Have you ever found yourself having circles of racing thoughts? Thoughts of the present, thoughts of the past, thoughts of your future, fearful, stressful thoughts that keep you at your edge, that keeps you very stressed out and anxious? Have you ever wondered what you can do when those thoughts attack you to enable you come back to the present and then regain the calmness in your mind and your body? If you've ever wondered for the answer to that question, this video is for you. Today, we'll be talking about the techniques to use to calm your mind down by bringing your mind back from a stressful and anxious thought to be able to concentrate on your present state. Hi, I'm Dr. Idara Iyang. I am a general practitioner and a mental health coach. I help people facing stressful situations, people that are feeling anxious and overwhelmed, people that are feeling depressed. I help those people get relief and gain peace. So if you need help from us, you can go ahead and click on the link in the description below, or go ahead and give us an email in the description below or on the screen of this video. Thank you. It is often said that the mind is very powerful because our body goes wherever our mind goes. So imagine the state of health you would be if you are constantly bombarded with circles of anxious thoughts, anxious ideas, just basically swimming around in your head. It's going to be very, very stressful. What can you do to break that circle of anxious thoughts? The method I'll be talking about today is called grounding techniques. I'll be talking about 3 of them today, and we'll be starting with the first one, which is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method or technique. Now, this method basically uses your sensory organs to bring your mind back from those anxious thoughts and anxious feelings. Now, what are your sensory organs? We have the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the tongue, really, the ears, and then your skin, your sense of touch. All right. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to name 5 things you can see, then 4 things you can feel, and then 3 things you can hear, and then 2 things you can smell, and then 1 thing you can taste. So what I would do to bring my mind back from those racing anxious thoughts is by focusing on this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. So for example, I would look, what can I see? 5 things I can see. I can see an AC set. I can see a blind. I can see a mirror. I can see a TV. I can see a water bottle. Those are 5 things. What can I feel? I can feel this table. I can feel this laptop. I can feel my phone. I can feel my water bottle. I can feel my chair. Those are 4 things. What can I hear? 3 things that I can hear. All right. I can hear, that's going to be difficult because I am in a quiet place. Yeah. But I would usually be hearing like the television sets. I'll usually be hearing people talking from outside or cars driving along the road. Then what can I smell? You could probably smell, you concentrate on the smell of like probably food or a perfume. And then what can you taste? You get something to taste. Maybe it could even be water. You drink water, you can taste that. You probably have a cookie, you put that in your mouth and taste that. Now, using your 5 senses would bring you back from those anxious thoughts. All right? Then another method is the physical grounding method. Physical grounding method uses the physical things to calm your mind and body down. Number one, you could pour cold water on your face. The idea behind pouring cold water on your face is that cold water on your face activates the vagus nerve, which in turn activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which leads to calming of your mind and body. Yes, that's one. Number two, you could use like a toy or a squishy toy or a squishy ball and just concentrate on how heavy that ball is or how squishy that ball is. It doesn't even have to be squishy. It could be your phone. You concentrate on the diameter, the length, the weight, the size, the color. Basically, you concentrate on the attributes of whatever object you decide to pick. But you have to pick it up and then feel it and then concentrate on the features of that object. That is another method. Then the third method for that physical grounding technique is going out for a walk or stretching. So when you're going out for a walk or moving your body stretching, it basically breaks your concentration on that stressful thought to your body. Okay. And you're doing this physical activity of stretching and of walking. That will help to ground you, to bring your mind back to the present. Now that brings us to the mental grounding technique. Mental grounding technique can be done this way. Number one, you can decide to count backwards from a number. So you can pick a particular number. Maybe you pick 100. So you count in threes backward from that number. So for example, if I'm going to start from 100, I'll say 100, 100, 99, 98. 97, 96, 95. You actually have to concentrate to get the right number because you're not counting forward. Counting forward is much easier, 97, 98, 99, 100. But when you're going backwards, it kind of forces you to concentrate mentally on those numbers as opposed to those stressful thoughts. Okay, you can try it and see that it's actually much more difficult to count backwards than it is to count forward. Then another method for the mental grounding technique is by giving yourself positive affirmation, speaking positively. For example, I am safe. I am a good person. I am successful. I have self-control. Say those positive things that you want in your life and that you want your life to look like, with you starting with I. So you say, I am this, I am that. And with this method, you'll be able to break that circle of anxious thinking. And then another method is by mentally concentrating on a peaceful thought. Usually people would concentrate on being on a beach or being in vacation or being with a loved one again. You understand? So just mentally focus on a mental picture of yourself in a peaceful place that you love to be in. That method would help to break that circle of anxious thoughts that you're having. Now, in a previous video, I had spoken about another technique that would help to calm your mind down, which is known as the breathing technique. All right. So what you could do is combine the breathing technique with the grounding technique. So for example, one breathing technique is the inhale. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. You can combine inhaling for 4 seconds with noticing 5 things that you can see around you. So remember, the noticing 5 things that you can see around you is a grounding exercise, while inhaling for 4 seconds is a breathing exercise. You can combine the both of them together. Or for example, you want to do the diaphragmatic breathing. So as you are breathing in into your belly, you can then concentrate on how you feel, on the sensation of the breath as it's moving in through your body to your belly. That is the grounding part, while you actually doing the diaphragmatic breathing is the breathing exercise part. So you can combine the both of them together. Now you could ask, when am I going to use this grounding method? Both the breathing and the grounding method can be used in three scenarios. There's three scenarios that you should use the breathing and or the grounding exercises. Include number one, when you have noted your triggers, you know your trigger. So for example, you always find that office meetings always get you extremely stressed up. So you know that when you get into that meeting, you're going to be very, very stressed. Then you can do the breathing and or the grounding exercise before you go into that meeting. Then number two, you can do the breathing and or the grounding exercise when you find yourself already in a stressful situation. So probably you did not know that that situation was going to come up, or probably it's not even a trigger. You just found yourself in that stressful situation. You can take out time while you are in that stressful situation. So for example, while you are in that stressful meeting that you had not yet identified as a trigger, you take time and just breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. All right, do it over and over again. It's not noticeable. Or you can do a grounding exercise while you're in that stressful meeting and just name mentally 5 things you can see, 4 things that you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. All right, you might not be able to taste anything, but probably you have water. You can drink that water and taste it. So you can do it before a stressful situation, which is number one. Number two, while you're in a stressful situation. And number three, you could basically incorporate it into your daily routine. So probably you could have a routine in a morning, afternoon, and evening routine for all your breathing and all your grounding exercises. So just go ahead and plan that and say, okay, maybe in the morning by 7 a.m. for 5 minutes, I'll practice a breathing technique. And then in the afternoon by 2 p.m., I'm going to practice my grounding technique. And then in the evening, I combine the both of them like around 8 p.m. for 10 minutes and practice my breathing um, and grounding exercises. So you could just use it as a routine to keep your stress level constantly down. Okay, so those are the three scenarios. Now, what I would advise is what I also advised in my previous video. Journaling is so important. Get a book and write out what you plan to do. So if you plan to do this breathing exercise right before a stressful event or right before your trigger, write it down and write the time, because you're aware of those triggers already. Then also, if you have a routine, write it with timestamp. 7 a.m. I will do this exercise. 2 p.m. I will do this exercise. 8 p.m. I will do this exercise. And then when you actually do it, document that, okay, I have done this at 7 a.m. I did this at 2 p.m. I did this at 8 p.m. And then while you are writing, okay, I did this by 7 a.m., document how you felt before, during, and after the exercise. You should also go ahead and write whether it was very easy for you to do the exercises or whether it was very difficult. And if you could describe the difficulty, write it down as well. Journaling is so, so important in improving your mental health. So if you are still here watching this video at this time, thank you so much. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about something very, very important: how to build healthy coping mechanism, because it's important to replace those unhealthy coping mechanisms with effective, positive coping mechanism, because it will help you in your long-term anxiety management. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And if you think that you need help, professional help in dealing with your anxiety and stress and depression, go ahead and click on the link in the description below and contact us for that help. Or you can go ahead and send us an email in the email address in the description below and on the screen. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.